Hey guys, it would be nice if you subscribe. We hit 100 views twice. That's pretty insane. But we're only at 15 subscribers. And the only video we actually got a good amount of subscribers was 6. It was on our first. So if you could just subscribe again, like, it would be very helpful, and it would also help us reach our goal. Thank you. Hello Sims, welcome to the Past Podcast. I'm Maltesemar 3000.
I'm Robo.
And I'm SirDanknam.
So, um, today, well, yeah, it's gonna be SirDanknam. We'll have a pretty busy schedule as well. So, well, before the general questions, Danknam, do you want to tell us some things about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm sort of just the head of media, but kind of a bit unofficially, I'm the head of media. I do almost everything for the media team when it comes to editing videos, casting matches, production, everything that's not GFX. That's what I do for media and just competitive Fan of Forces content. I do a lot of more other stuff too for SCL when it comes to like managing and organizing formats. For example, I I run the tournament.com website for SCL, and I enter matches there. I came up with the match scheduling format, and I keep the weekly match schedule that we have on a spreadsheet updated. I and I get involved with the important and major decisions that SCL makes, unofficially as well, and a lot of just assisting with referees, and I'm just a very active person in the SCL community.
As I
Okay, well,
said
that's good
before
to
the
know.
podcast started, the Swiss Army knife of SEO.
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
Yeah.
The do it all. Mm.
The man who carries. All
Yeah.
right, well, let's start with the basic questions.
Okay.
When exactly did you start playing Phantom Forces?
Back when it all first started, when CPF, it was I guess I was introduced to it, all right, when it was in alpha, and I didn't start actually playing it when it was in beta. So that was around 2016.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's actually really, really old.
OG.
So 4 to 5 years ago, yeah.
Bruh, this man's been playing Phantom Forces for 5 years.
Yeah, but I haven't like religiously played it. I'm only rank 142, and no, I rank 144, and I joined the competitive scene when I was like ranked 60.
Wow.
So I don't play the game religiously. I just been involved with it. You know,
Okay. Yeah. Just casting matches for the most part and stuff.
I've
Or
only started casting matches around CBFO season 10.
alright.
That's when I really started casting matches.
When
But
was that?
I
uh,
have a question
that was
about
only like 4 months ago.
Okay.
I have a question about season 10.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people know this, but mind explaining what happened in the finals of season 10?
It was Gang versus BNB, and what do you want me to talk about it? It was a good
I
match.
know what you did. The leak.
The leak. Oh yeah, I accidentally leaked the private server link. Yeah, yeah. It was one of my first. It was like my third time streaming a match, and it was hilarious at the time. So it was
Yeah,
my
I
mistake.
found it pretty funny.
Yeah,
But it was also like on the third round out of like, yeah,
yeah,
on the third round on
yeah. It was the third
Suburbia.
round, but the good thing Nolan was there. He was like, "Oh wow, Danknam leaked it. All right." He just simply just restarted the server link, and everything was everything went fine. It was like a bit of a
Yeah.
minor problem
So
back
you
then.
didn't get
No,
punished too
no.
much. All
No,
right.
no. They know it's a mistake, and like they don't punish me for that. They know I'm a nice guy.
Yeah. Good thing you didn't do it again.
Oh yeah, I did. I made sure not to do it again.
I
Like my
mean,
main
you've
mistake
learned
was.
from your mistakes. That's important.
And that's like what I've always learned my mistakes. And that's
Yeah.
how it made me
That's
the person I
important for
am.
media because media like is one of the most important roles in
Yeah,
SCL.
and it goes with everything. Like you should always learn from your mistakes because
Definitely.
that's what
All
really
right.
just crafts you like who you are right now.
Yeah.
Like
Because if you don't remember, then you'll just do it over and over again,
yeah,
which
because
wouldn't make sense.
like I probably made like a lot and a lot and a lot about like billions of mistakes in my life. but it made me to a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, Robo can ask this one.
So you joined the team, gamer.
yes.
This you joined it like very late in the season. Why didn't you join the team before, like when none of the matches had started?
I wanted to see what team is like a new team, but also like somewhat okay. Because I want to be a person that like really influences like all the new gens, right? I want to really grow the community, and to really grow the community, I have to join a new gen team, and I have to be just sort of the leader and like
Mm.
just be the one that actually has all the knowledge for that team.
You gotta
So
be
my role in
the
hmm?
teacher in a way.
Yeah, so like my role in gamers gaming, right? Like I actually like I tell them I help them know how the game of competitive Phantom Forces really works. I tell them what a lot of tier ones do. I even go through VODs of tier one players gameplay, and I kind of just analyze on what everyone does
Mm.
when it ever comes to like they play around head glitches all the time. Right when they spawn in, they go to cover. I really like emphasize on like what all the players do, and what I tell my
Basically,
teammates.
you're like a leader figure and a trainer at the same time.
Yeah, because like they don't know anything. Like they really just don't know anything about the game of Phantom Forces, and then someone has to be there to teach them,
Mm.
and I just got to be that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
All
one
right.
thing like I didn't have joining pass. I'll be honest. Like I've
Hmm.
just learned everything myself. I just looked up all the POVs of good players myself to learn because to everyone listening, like the best way to learn in a game like this is to watch better players play, and you
Yeah,
kind of just copy how they play in a way, and then you
yeah.
over time you start getting your own play style that works, and that's how you get good.
And what I've been thinking for SCL is to actually have like a sort of system to where like people can apply to be a coach for SCL teams, so
Oh.
that almost
We would
most
need that.
SCL teams would have a coach, and that coach would actually teach them how to play competitive Phantom Forces. Because that's what happens with me when I played Overwatch. When I joined an Overwatch team and I was only like platinum, I had no idea how to play the game competitively until I had a coach,
Mm.
and that coach taught me everything I needed to know, and it really helped me, and it really like it made me want to play the game more since I knew more stuff. That's what SEL needs. Like all SEL teams, they need a coach.
For
Yeah,
sure,
that's true.
definitely. Yeah.
All right. Well,
That'd be a good idea. Yeah.
let's go for the next one. So, you started Phantom Forces a long time ago, but like, why did you play Phantom Forces instead of literally any other games?
Yeah, and when I was 12 years old, like I just wanted to play an FPS in general. So the only FPS I had in mind was just Phantom Forces, just because of the PC I had, and like it was on Roblox, and it was easy because I was doing good at the time when I was playing Phantom Forces. So it really just attracted me just to play that game like as long as I do, like for like a long time. And I don't know why I like the game so much, honestly. I guess it's just
Fast
like a
paced,
childish game, I guess. It's like it's unique. It really is unique.
Yeah.
but
It
it's
ha-
also like fast paced. Like, you don't
Mhm.
wait years and years to just find one person.
Mm.
Yeah, and like I just find it very fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a lot of the reasons why I like Phantom Forces, but I always ask myself like, why am I so committed to this game? You know, like I could have been committed to the Overwatch,
Mm.
but and still get the same kind of thing. But I guess it's just because Phantom Forces is not perfect, I guess, and the fact that it's not perfect, it like I'm kind of just waiting and sticking with the ride until it becomes perfect, I guess. It's
You.
very weird. Like I'm trying to like think of the psychology of why everyone here likes Phantom Forces, because it's not even supposed to be a competitive game, but yet we still play competitively.
You
Yeah.
You
also
know?
I
have a
mean, it's an
lot.
FPS game, so of course there's gonna be a competitive team.
Mm.
A
You
league.
al-
Yeah,
you also have a lot of influence over this game because, like, obviously, SEL, you are doing a
yeah,
lot, right? So if you weren't here, maybe SEL would be a lot worse than this at the moment. So you kind of
yeah,
feel like
We never
it's
know.
your game, in a way.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And for me, like there definitely were influences like Synthesize, Petrify, but I never really like played Phantom Forces just for those influencers. I kind of just played it because the community that I was in, which is the competitive community. I guess that just what kept me like really like engaged in the game. So
The game's also very unique. I know it's based off
it's
Battlefield 4, but like the movement, like it's very unique in how it plays. There's also lots of weapons.
yeah,
I don't really
it's very
care for
odd.
them, but a lot of people really like the fact there's so many options to play with.
Yeah,
Because yeah,
it's very weird. It's very weird. It's nothing like this. It's very rare to have something like this.
it's a very messy game, but like very charming because of it, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Should we go into the competitive section now?
Yeah.
Fine,
All right.
sure.
I'll take this first question. Robo can take the next one. So, when did you get in competitive? Like, and also why did you get in competitive?
So when season 1 of CBFL started, all right, I kind of got a message from Roblox DMs, of someone trying to recruit me, and that someone was called Team Drops, was a Team Drops owner, and I joined that team, and around like for 4 to 5 months, I've just been in that team, and then we actually played our first matches, and we lost those first 2 matches, and then I don't know how knowledgeable you guys are in CBFL, but it was the very first Phantom Forces League that was created. And it had 32 teams, just like how SCL has, but 80% of the teams in SCL disbanded. It really went disbanded, and it was a single elimination bracket, no, double elimination bracket. And my team lost twice because we were unorganized. We were just like a random team. And then I just stayed within the community until I had a Discord server, and I joined the Discord server, and I stuck around, and I joined every PF team's Discord, every like CBFL team's Discord, and I just hanged around there. But yeah, 2015 was when I started playing, and I went to other teams too to play for them. And how long do you want me to be talking about this question? Because
Oh, you
I was,
can go as long as you want.
but
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, that's where my story really started. Like I just joined every CBFL team's Discord and try to know as many people as I can to just really like, I don't know what my reason was. I guess I just wanted to really
Come
just
on,
know everyone in the
yourself.
community because the community was small. I guess it was small, big, it was medium size. I don't know. It was kind of just like 400 people. I guess if I had to put a number, 400 people.
Okay.
So I tried to figure out like everyone. Like I kept in line with the drama. I kept in line with the who's the best player.
Hmm.
All of that.
Uh,
So it was just a very fun experience back then, and I just kept with it until until I left.
but what do you think of CPFL while we're talking about it?
Oh, it was unorganized, of course, and I don't blame them for being unorganized because uh there wasn't really the game wasn't competitively viable at all. There was no such thing as this when it first started. So we had to use TeamSpeak. It, there's a lot of problems with it, and I learned from interviewing old people back then that the SCL staff team was literally like the same age as like what we are, like 14-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds. Like the highest age of a CPFL staff was just 18. You know.
Bruh.
And I did not know that. I thought people were older than that. It's crazy to think that there were people that were 14 years old in the CPFL staff running it. So, it
Children's game.
yeah,
Children competitive.
yeah, and it was just children staff members too. It was very weird. I did, for me at the time, I thought CPFL was super organized, but then I got a reality check, and then everything disbanded, and I'm just like, wow, okay. But then after CPFL disbanded, new leagues started coming up. There's CPFA, like just other
CPFO.
PF leagues, that people created, and I just started joining those. Because I either wanted to be I guess a referee, staff member, or just be a player.
Hmm.
And that was it was just a ride. Everyone was kind of just like moving from league to league because they wanted to see what league actually lasts.
Yeah.
And
I think CPFO was the only league that actually lasted the most.
yeah,
Like, if you look like, I've only been in CPFO since season 10, but like,
yeah.
I don't know any other leagues. But what I know is that most leagues were like between 1 and 3 seasons before they actually disband.
Oh yeah,
Unlike
like it
unlike
was the
CPFO. Go ahead.
yeah, it was very rare for a league to go above season 1 or season 2. That's how difficult it was. There's about 14 leagues created before CPFO.
Damn. Before CPFO?
Yeah,
What 14?
a lot.
Bruh. All right.
And that's
And
like, that it was a really big problem because like, we weren't supported by Stylis at all. So like there was only so many people that stepped up to the plate to become an owner of a league and just try to, keep the Phantom Forces competitive community alive. So they made a good effort. It just wasn't able to do it.
but isn't it the CPFL staff who made CPFO?
Uh, Not all of them. I don't believe. I don't think. No, I don't think so. The people that made CPFO were players, and that became owners.
Uh, Robo can finally speak for this next question.
Oh yeah, hello. Um, so what are your previous teams that you remember? You already mentioned one at the start.
Previous
But
previous seasons I was in, or do I
yeah,
remember?
yeah. And where you
So
were in.
I used to be in Void Clan, VC. It was like they have a pink logo, and it was a sister team of Chroma Gaming, which I was also in that too. I was in Chroma Gaming, Void Clan, SG, Spectral Garrison. I was in that for a little bit. Line of Sight. I was in that for a little bit as well for CPFA. What other stuff was I in? I was a lot of tier 2 teams. That's what I'd say.
Damn, that's Pog.
Yeah. And tier 2 like doesn't mean that much. Like tier 1's like the only thing that really mattered. Tier 2 was just like everyone else. And then tier 3 was just like really new people that just like were just doing really bad. It kind of
Damn.
split off. Very different from what we have right now. And
Yeah, compared to 5 different tiers.
yeah, we really do have like 5 different tiers. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, so that's all the teams I remember. I think was I in any other teams? I don't think so.
What about in CPFO season 1? Didn't you play it?
No, I did not
Oh,
play. I probably did. No, actually, no. I probably did play for CG, but that's it. Then I left. I left at season 1.
damn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so have you played competitively in any other games than PF?
Yes, Overwatch. Right when I left PF, I was committed to Overwatch.
Oh, well,
What
that's.
was your highest rank in Overwatch?
Master's rank. It was 35,
Oh yeah, I have a
3500
GIF of
SR.
that. Gonna send it to you so you can show it.
Yes, it was me celebrating and dancing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's where the gift comes from. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. Let
Yeah,
me.
I can send you the full clip of me celebrating, right? Are you
Yeah,
guys
we
able to
can. We
show?
can. We can put it on.
It was this. So I'm so close to hitting masters. And you just see me like I have my webcam on. I'm just drinking. I'm kind of just playing right now. Here, I'll share my full screen. But this is the game. You have no Ana? As you can see, like on the right side, it's what my SR is, and I need to be 3,500, 3,500 to become to get to masters, and I'm like 9 SR away. So winning this game would be putting me into masters. So this is when I won. You see how my face was.
It's frozen. He's like waiting.
You see I'm wearing the same shirt. I take off my glasses. I've been trying to get to masters for 6 months straight.
Oh,
6 months straight.
damn.
Look at my friends. They're typing in the chat. It's like,
Masters. I was here. I was
They're,
here.
they're so happy for me. I didn't even do good, honestly. I did really bad this game, but I still won it. I did really good last game though.
You look like you just saw someone die in front of your eyes.
Oh yeah.
You're just like, no, no way.
So this is gonna be the moment. Next slide will be me gaining the SR. And I started playing music. I started playing music.
Hog. Oh no, it's copyrighted music. No.
Don't worry.
Isn't it copyrighted actually?
I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it! I finally did it!
Your
I
voice
finally
sounds
did
more
it,
happy than your
boys!
body.
You better fucking know it! Let's go! I don't wanna.
Let's go.
I muted music, but like you see me dancing right now, and I think this is where the gift is gonna come
That's
from.
so wholesome. How old were you at that time?
This was 6 months ago. This was not 5 months ago, actually. I'm still 16.
There it is, there it is,
There we go. There we go.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's where the original clip come from. So
That's amazing.
That's epic, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was, and then, in between that was when I was starting getting back into competitive because I got a DM from Chaos Point Man asking to, referee a match for his Chaos Invitational tournament.
Oh wait, Chaos Invitation. Oh yeah, it was in season 10. Robo, I don't think you know the Chaos Invitation. It's basically a server kind of competitive server,
It was a little
but it's
tournament.
for like charity for like COVID.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm still in that server.
Mm-hmm. And it was like a small little single elimination tournament. I think it was a single elimination tournament. And, it was all cool and all. And he asked me to ref, which, it was very nostalgic when I got a DM from him. Because, I usually got a couple DMs from, I don't know if you guys know this, but like, Legendary Tempest, Vapix, a lot of just old gens that I used to, be friends with back in the day. They, time to time they DM me saying hi, and I would always reply to them and say hi back, and I was like, hey, yo, what's up, man? It's been a long time. It's very nice to see like, old old people back in the community that was in the competitive community with me that just to DM me on Discord. And when Chaos Pointman asked me to ref, I was like, oh heck yeah, sure, all right, I'm down for that. Because by that time I already hit Masters, and I was like, all right, like I achieved my goal. So I was waiting to see like what's next for me. So Chaos, I just started refereeing, and I was like, okay, that's really cool. I met a bunch of OGs, in that tournament. That was in Chaos in Phantom Rangers. It was really cool. And then for another match that was in that Chaos Invitational, I decided to cast it because, just for fun. I wanted to cast it because I just wanted to be nice. I wanted to give the competitive community something that like they never had before. Well, never had before in like a long time. So I casted the match, and again, it wasn't the fancy kill cam and kill feed in the top right.
Yeah.
It was just plain old regular spectating, but I had my webcam on. I have the VOD. I mean, I don't know. I can talk about it. It's I don't know. It's really cool. But that was like my first time ever casting. And then when I casted, everyone like started thanking me. Everyone like was really happy that I casted for them, and like I got so much love from just doing that one thing. And it kind of got me like intrigued. I was like, wow, these guys really needed this. So
I'll be honest. You're really a great caster because I've seen like a clip from season 10, like
Mhm.
AZ against Gang, I think,
Mhm.
and like they were like 1 point away from like 1 kill difference between the two, and you were just starting like 1 kill difference, and like
Yeah.
yeah, that wasn't that
Yeah.
was pretty fun to watch.
And I just I was not aware that like there was like no casters in PF at that time. Like I was just it was crazy to me. Like I was like, if I didn't keep casting, I felt bad. You know,
Hmm.
Damn.
I would have felt really bad. So I just kept on casting for them because like it made me feel good and it made them feel good.
I mean,
So
everyone knows you now, like
yeah, and then it
yeah.
kind of just gradually picked up, and then I was like, I could do way much better than this. I can do way more. Like I can improve my casting. I can do anything. Like because back then when I used to be an OG like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. When when competitive fan forces like going going downhill, I was always the person that wanted to keep things up. I was willing to do anything.
Season 10 was like really bad, but like season 11 was even worse. Like if you look at season 6, that was like the peak. There was like 200 people, and then you see season 11, 86, I think.
Yeah.
It's such a major drop. Like good thing ACL was there because or else CPFO would have died anyways.
Yeah, and it was very surprising for me when I saw CPFO was on season 10. Like, I was so shocked. I was like, wow, 10 seasons? That's
Even did it in a season 11 and probably would have continued in season 11
that's
because
just that's crazy to me, honestly. Like, I thought like I really thought competitive fan force was dead, you know?
but PFDL was also going off. Like PFDL was on its fourth season, so it's like the second highest already. Of
Yeah, I
PFDL.
was I really thought the community was dead. And then when I figured out that it wasn't dead, that was the main thing that got me back in. Because I'm just like, wow, if these guys can be that committed, then they deserve something.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Like I want to give them something because they were just this committed. So
yeah.
I started giving them back what they deserve, and that was just proper media stuff.
Well, I think it's time for another question now.
I just
Yeah.
want to
I'll be
say,
I'll be
like,
asking this one.
no, no, I just want to
Okay,
say,
go ahead.
like, casting, like, you casting the matches, like, it's probably really good for the scene, as in, like, the community. Because
Hmm.
I notice whenever people are playing the SCL matches, they're like, "Are we getting streamed?" Like
Yeah,
they're like they really want to
because
get
they want
streamed.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah. So and there's a lot of reasons why they asked that.
yeah. And
Um. When
I show my friends every time I play the match, guys, they stream me. Look, and they're like,
Gosh.
"Dude, why are you playing Roblox?" Like, dude, listen, I got streamed. Look, and they're like
Yeah.
casting, and like you got all those fancy like overlays with like the stats. I
Yeah.
think it's really important for like the health of the scene to have at least someone doing that, even
Yeah.
if it's not all the matches.
And it's crazy how like I did this one good thing and it was just revolutionary for the scene.
Mm,
It's just it's mind-boggling.
it's pretty cool.
Alright,
It's
well, I'll ask a question now.
yeah.
Um, so in your opinion, what's the top 5 best teams in Major?
Top 5 bet season majors. Okay, let's have a look at them. Do we have
No,
a
in your
picture?
opinion, what do you think?
What do you think? Okay, I'm looking at the teams right now. So if you can pull up like a list of teams, all right, that's in SCL, I would just have to say I wouldn't. Okay, I don't want to rank. Who's better, Chaos or Gang. I'm just gonna put them both in top one.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Chaos Gang. Or Gang Chaos. However you want to
Can
pick
go
that.
either way. Yeah.
And then top three team is also really hard to choose. All right, because a lot of the tier two teams and like I guess you can say Team Nuts. Team Nuts, they could be a tier one team, but they don't play that much, so it's
Mm.
really hard to tell like if they actually are good or not. The only tier two team they actually played against was FBR, and they did win against FBR like 2-0, but I don't know how good they are against like the other tier two teams, which is very very interesting. But um, I wouldn't want to put Team Nuts in top three, but if they actually did play like consistently in PF, then sure I'll put them in top three. But for now, I'll just put them in like somewhere else. Uh, then top 3 and 4 and 5 would have to go to some of the tier 2 teams, I guess. Cartel, uh, AZ,
Noble.
yeah, Noble.
Have you-
Azon's also really good too.
Yeah. But
Noble and
like,
Azon are super close in skill, so
yeah,
it's
that's true.
you kind of give them the same place. Like it's just very hard to tell. And then FBR, they're like really close up there too. Like surprisingly, they really are. So I put a lot of respect in FBR.
Yeah, Brazil.
Yeah,
They're
and
all
that's
they're
pretty much
all
my top 5.
they're all new gens, right? FBR, or am I wrong?
Yes, and they're all
Yeah.
Brazilian. And there's only 8 of the play. There's only 8 players on that team.
It's pretty crazy how well they're doing. Like how they
Mhm.
I
just
mean, they're Brazilian.
dismantled Cartel in
Brazil is
that one
just on
match.
top, you know.
Yeah, it's
Brazil,
very
the
cool.
famos, #1.
But
Respect
yeah,
to
those are my
them,
top
man.
5 teams.
Okay. Um, I kind of want to stay on the topic of you casting because in like SEO,
Okay.
so you've casted already like I don't know how many games, but like quite a couple.
Yeah,
Which
like
ones
more
are
than
like
20, I guess.
which one is like your favorite, like just in general, and like which one is like your least favorite that you cast?
It's very hard to tell now because like I've noticed that I've said man a lot. So now I just don't like any game I cast because it's all just me saying man repeatedly.
Dude, there's
So I
nothing
can't even
wrong
watch
with
myself.
that. Like, come on,
Oh,
don't be too
it's
hard on
there's
yourself.
a lot of things wrong with that. Like,
The feminists are knocking at your door.
well, no, it's not just that. It's just like it's just me repeating and being annoying. Like
I don't
every
think it
time
was that bad. No.
like if you just think of like, oh man, if this guy says man again, I'm gonna hurt myself. Like, and the next thing you know, I say man the next minute, and then it's like, oh, he did it again. Like
I am
I hate that.
angry now.
Yeah. But my favorite streams to cast, favorite matches to cast is very hard. It would have to be the close matches, of course.
Yeah, of course,
So
yeah.
Yeah, no, like in all time, since you started casting,
No, no,
which
no. And
match
only
has
in
it been?
SEO. Only in SEO. Don't make it too hard. Come on.
Okay,
only in
yeah,
SCL. Oh no, I can talk about like Gang versus BMB. That was amazing cast. I love
yeah.
that.
It was like 5, I think. Yeah, it was
It went
three
to
and
map 6.
oh 6. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Holy
so that was
cow.
amazing. I loved that.
Okay.
So Gang versus BMB is definitely up there because that's just crazy tied up. Like all, let's say, other than that, like most matches went to map 3, and the most recent I can think of is FBR versus Noble, and what else? I guess Azon versus Noble. A lot of Noble matches were very close, and that was always my favorite. Um, what else? I guess there's a couple new gen teams that went against each other that I thought was really close too. I probably say Gamers Gaming and FTF was also pretty good. That was a pretty close match, I think. Actually, I have to look back. Gamers Gaming FTF. Yeah, I think that was a good match. It was.
Yeah, the closest match was probably us against XX with Phantoms. Not gonna lie.
Pass for Texas Speed.
Bruh.
Yeah,
What is it
yeah.
fantastic for?
But yeah, there's all the matches that went to map 3 that was really close in skill. Those are always my favorite ones.
Oh yeah.
Because it
Those
actually
ones
gives
are
me
always
like
the
quite
best
stuff to
ones.
talk about. Yeah, and like it puts people on their seat, and it also puts me on my seat because I just don't know what's happening. I don't know who's gonna win. I mean,
Mm.
I know what's happening because I'm obviously watching it.
Everyone prefers
yeah,
close
Chaos
games
was just
over
nuts.
like stompings. What do you say, Mod?
What do you think of like the was it tight like Chaos versus Steam Nuts or was it like not tight at all? In
It
your
was not tight
opinion?
at all. No, it was a roll by
Dude,
chaos. Like
Nuts
roll.
got
Damn.
destroyed tonight. I was watching it. They stood no chance.
Yeah, and
Do you think if Oscar played Warehouse, it would have been more fair?
Didn't
of
he
course
play
a little
it?
bit. Yeah,
No, Oscar did like 5 kills and then had to go take a shit.
Oh, fair, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
When nature's calling, you just have to. So, I don't know.
Yeah, when nature's calling.
but
So is it?
but yeah, like Team Nuts just got destroyed, and I had without a doubt like chaos was gonna obviously dominate them. Yeah, you know, it's whatever.
As a new gen, I thought it was going to be a bit closer, but It was like
Yeah,
a
but
big of a
no,
difference.
of course. Like
I
for
don't know
the
any.
people
Like I
that
don't know.
actually know about teams, like they obviously knew that Chaos could win.
In my opinion, like from how I see it, and maybe some other people see it, if like the only good teams right now are with people that people know. Like for example, Noble has Mr. Nobody and had no Oakley. Gang has almost only old gens. Same for Team Nuts and Chaos.
Yes.
Like, and those are the top teams, and there are like only old gens. AZ
Yeah.
as well.
Well, yeah,
Old
of
Is
gens are
course.
like really good.
The more
yeah.
experienced players are normally the better ones. So
Yeah.
But also you look at FBR, and like they're not that bad.
yeah.
Cartel as well,
Yeah.
and
Cartel has a
Cartel has a
couple.
lot of new gen as well.
A lot of tier two teams have a couple old gens too that are also really good. So
Who?
Mm.
who?
Yeah, what team?
Like Noble, they have Mr. Nobody. He was on Chaos for CBFO.
Yeah,
Azon, they have
AZ. He was
Donnie.
an AZ for season 10 as well. I played with him.
Yeah, like Noble, Azon, Azura have multiple like really good players
Yeah,
that used to
for
be
example,
better
Oxy.
than old gens. Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple. It's a lot.
Cartel has bad time now as well. I
Cartel,
know.
yeah, Cartel
Yeah.
has like a lot of people that used to be
Mm.
old gens.
They have bad time. They have. I mean, Trid is okay.
Yeah.
Like
So
Trid had reached his peak. Now he's not in his prime anymore.
yeah, so they're all
Like I
kind of just
remember,
scattered around, like tier two, tier ones.
Mm.
like
So
Trid used to be like pretty decent. Like he was solid, but
yeah.
now he's still good. But like
If you guys don't know who Trit is, he's Z Realm. So
yeah.
Okay.
And I played with him once, and in matter of strategy, okay, I don't really like him because he's pretty toxic. Like no, toxic like in a mean way. Like he talks a lot of shit as well.
like I don't know much about Z Realm because like I haven't really talked to him that much.
Yeah, I've played once in PFMM, and in matter of strategy, he's like really brilliant because
Hmm.
it was against Nathan, and everyone knows Nathan when in PFMM it's very unbalanced. But
Uh-huh.
like we still managed to win because Strid just had a very solid plan. So I gotta give it to him.
Cool.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go for the last competitive question, like basic competitive.
Yeah.
So you've played competitive. So what's the top three like best teammates and the top three worst teammates you've had? Like the teammates you've had the most fun with and less fun.
Uh, I really appreciate Bryce because like he's very good and like very communicative. Uh, it's very hard because like I
Like
then
you have
again
like
like
someone you enjoy like talking to. For example, like that he's not matter of skill. Like not in matter of skill, like in matter of as a person.
it's very hard because like I play with a lot of people and like I
Mm.
just see them like when I'm in the game I just see them as teammates,
Yeah.
because like I'm very into the game. Like of course I know their background, I know their personality, but like you know uh, my job I worry about myself and then I just have teammates. That's
Mm.
really just how it is in PF. Um, it's very hard because maybe it's just my lack of experience. Maybe I know because I play a lot of competitive fan forces. I play more competitive fan forces than pubs, so it's very hard to distribute like a good solid like three people.
Or
And
like
I
if it
can't
help
even
you,
think.
it's
I can't
like
even think of anyone. I can't even
the
think of one
people you enjoyed talking to, the three most that were your teammates
that were my teammates.
or that are currently the three people that you enjoyed
Shouldn't we
talking the
just
most.
do?
It's very hard. I can't really answer that question.
Shouldn't we just do? Who do you think are the three best players you've ever played with?
Yeah.
Just like
Three
skill
best
wise.
like
Or
skill
against
wise.
Hmm.
like three best players that you were teammates with, and the three best you've played against.
Hmm. Sure. Whatever. Something like
Well, yeah. I've played with Nolan. I played with Numeless. I
that.
played with like Bryce, Sai,
Hmm.
like everyone in Chaos. I played with everyone in Gang.
Oh.
Sasha, like I don't know. I can't think of anything. I've played
We
with
can
almost
just skip
everyone.
the question if you want to.
Yeah, I guess we can skip it because like it's
All
very hard.
right.
But like I
I'll ask
appreciate
another
everyone.
one. Is since your team is going in minors, what what team should you like look out for in minor?
We're definitely looking out for bots. We're
Oh, they're
definitely,
going in minor.
yeah. They're 1 to
Mhm.
4 in the league, which they should have been 1 to 4 they're definitely gonna make it to playoffs and probably even semifinals for Mariners because they're actually a really good team.
I'm gonna
Um,
just like say a little fact. They really wanted to scream us, and their leader was saying that they could crush pass. And now
and
that
I
I know that now that they know they're going in minor, I find it pretty funny because like he was shitting a lot on us.
What stop shit
I mean,
talking, you
I
dickhead.
No,
honestly,
but like he was shitting on us. Like
I
it's
don't
not
blame them.
cool.
Like they actually are a really good team.
Yeah, we scrimmed them and they did okay. Like when we had bet time, they did pretty okay. It was pretty close at sometimes. Like if
Yeah,
they're minor, like they might win, dude. Like in my
yeah,
opinion.
exactly. So that's the team we're looking out for. My
Yeah, but they got like gamers got Danknam to like train them and teach them how to how to click, right click, and left click
It's all yeah. I mean, teaching them how to position themselves. I'm teaching them areas on the map that they should like keep hold of.
to
I'm
listen
teaching
to
them
sounds as well.
I'm
Because
teaching
I've
them
heard
how to usually play Metro, how to usually play Desert Storm, and teaching them like the importance of of holding positions, like and how usually people do. I'm on like teaching them routines and like what other tier 1 players do, and there's certain maps like everything.
yeah. Um, I'll ask one final question
No,
before
real
Robo can go
quick, how
ahead.
much has your team improved since we last played or match?
Yeah, that's a good question.
We haven't
Did,
done any scrims yet
oh,
after we went match you guys, so I can't tell. I
Uh,
assume really good though, because every time we
I
lose,
mean,
we always get
don't you
better.
guys practice?
We do practice, yes,
okay.
and we
So
we
do you
scrimmed
think
a
you've
lot.
improved?
We scrimmed a lot before we went against you guys, but you guys just our last match that we ever played. I don't know what we're doing right now.
Okay.
Uh,
Should scrim
well,
again.
Yeah, we can
yeah,
scrim
let's
again. I don't
scrim.
care.
Let's scrim.
What, like after this? I don't know.
I mean,
Yes.
not
We'll have
after
to.
this. We already have a
No,
scrim. We
not after
already have a
this.
scrim
Like,
after this. Like we
Okay,
can.
okay. But
um,
but yeah, like every time me and my team loses, we always get better because like I'm always there with them, telling them like what really went wrong, and like I make sure to try to have some of them record their first person POV, and I go over with the decisions that they make, and I kind of just like I try to perfect my teammates a little bit, and well at least I keep and I don't even like perfect them because like I'm not the best player at all. So
Mm,
I just give them common knowledge and I keep them on the right track,
yeah.
because a lot of people like they think a lot of players that are new gens, they think that PF is like very tactical, but it's really not. They think that like, all right, if we constantly have Robo and Motisma play in double, this entire time, we're gonna spawn trap everyone. Like that's not how PF works.
Mm,
yeah.
It's not tactical at all.
Um,
It's not like CS:GO or it's not like anything else.
okay,
It's literally
so I have one question for you. I've seen a lot of people complain in chat and during streams. Why with free cam do you move so much?
yeah, because that was because I was like I wasn't used to it at all. Like I had like at the same time like I'm trying to figure out because from Overlord and the baiters this is my first time using free cam at all,
oh.
Yeah, but
and
you were moving
I
so
now
much.
yeah, I learned that to move slower, of course. Like if you watch my other streams, I moved very slow, and I've actually moved like professionally. And I'm getting better. So as like I'm not the best commentator, of course. Like I'm not the best observer. And usually in esports, like you have dedicated
Yeah.
observers that would actually move the camera for you for the casters, and all the casters have to do is just look at the screen and just commentate.
Yeah.
They don't even have to move anything.
Meanwhile, you have to like move the camera while commentating on what's
Yeah,
happening
I
on
have
the
to move the
screen.
camera,
Yeah.
commentate. It's just very hard, and you only
It's
see
very
one
hard. Yeah.
perspective. Yeah,
Mm.
but I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to change that as well. And if I can't change it, then I would have to figure out practical ways on how I can improve myself. You
Yeah,
know?
with this you can it's probably sending a message to like SCL by doing this podcast. Now you see like your point of view of this. Maybe they
Yeah.
can like try to change it.
Yeah.
They like.
Get a dude to do the camera for him. Don't let
Oh,
him do the camera
Yeah.
on his own.
is my camera lagging?
Your no, your
No.
camera's fine for us. It's
Okay.
completely fine for me at least.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, like I love criticism. I really do. All right, and people tell me that I'm doing bad. It's okay. I'll fix that. I truly will fix that.
You're shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, at least tell me why I'm shit. Of course.
Yeah.
Like, if you just tell me shit straight up, I'm just like, okay, how do I be not shit.
Yeah,
You know, that's the type of question
constructive
I would ask.
criticism is important, of course.
Yeah.
You gotta tell like, oh, you have to do
Like
this
someone
better.
just says you're bad because you're bad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So
that's a very, very
Uh,
good way to
to be
show
fair,
why.
people have
yeah,
been very positive, right? For the most
yeah,
part.
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
And
I
like
haven't seen someone really like shit talk like how you do that. How you do it.
I honestly need someone like that. I need a coach. You know, that's what I really need. Like everyone needs a coaches. Everyone needs like a teacher, and that's what I need. I'm very dependent on a lot of people. So
mm.
I'm trying to look for someone that can like be a manager for me and tell me what to do to make myself better.
You guys
I,
listening?
I need a manager. I really do.
He needs a manager, boys.
Yeah,
Hit him
Guys.
up in DMs.
I need someone to tell me as soon as possible to turn my mic up. I need someone to tell me
Oh
as
yeah.
soon as possible to stop saying man. I need someone as soon as possible
Man.
to change the title.
Oh
To
yeah.
fix the camera. Change the points. Everything.
Like how you were stuck on the like low like scene when you're
Exactly. And I get mad.
casting a match.
I
Yeah.
get mad when like people don't tell me this stuff. Like,
Mm.
well, like in person at least. Like they obviously do tell me in chat, but like I don't read it. Like I'm too busy
Oh,
commentating. So I
you
need
hear
someone to
that,
tell me in my
boys?
ear.
Doesn't look in chat.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
can't. I simply just can't. Like I even have multiple monitors and I still can't read chat.
Yeah.
I only have two eyes.
I definitely agree that someone needs to be like watching your stream and listening to you and like telling you, oh, watch out for this, oh,
I know.
yeah.
I need someone like that, and I have no one. I'm just the manager. I'm the head of everything, but that's a bad thing. I need someone to be above me.
I would love to do it, but I don't think I'd be the right person. So
Yeah.
just
Well,
I would love to do it, but I guess I'm bad, so I can't really do it.
see. I don't know. I need someone, man. It has to be someone.
SCL and people listening, he needs someone. So
I need someone to tell me that
He
I'm doing
needs
bad,
someone.
and then like how to fix it.
Someone help him.
Yeah.
so so I have a question. So j- team related. Gamers ended up in minors, losing to pass in the
Uh huh.
2-2 bracket. Um, so you're now minors. How well do you think your team could do? Like what's like the best you could do?
Oh, we'll do really good. We're gonna get to finals.
Oh really?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a big goal.
Without a yeah,
Let's
without a
see if
doubt.
But
Pass
but the
doesn't
leader
get.
has to say that, to be fair. Like if your leader doesn't say, "Oh, we're gonna do bad," then everyone's gonna be like, "Oh well, guess I'll
But
do."
like realistically, like we're only going up from here in skill. Like again, like when we went against you guys, we really impressed ourselves because like we actually did better than we ever thought we would do.
Mm.
And we I think when Pass versus Gamers happened, we like you that was like the hardest match that you guys had. You know, like we kept it closer than
Um.
any other team that you guys went against, except for
Yeah,
AZ,
we
of course.
went
Well,
against
yeah, we
AZ.
lost to AZ because Bedtime and Lance couldn't show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Uh,
Lance wanted to be.
I'm still gonna say we would have won if they both showed up. I don't
yeah,
care.
but like
Lance
my
wanted
point,
to play with his online Hot Wheels, and Bedtime was stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
yeah, but like my point is like we're better than like almost most of all of the new gen teams.
Probably. And if you keep scrimming us, you definitely improve. So please keep
Yeah,
scrimming
and
us.
we've scrimmed multiple teams that were
Mm.
in like minor division, so I definitely know it.
Okay. 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 That's spicy. That's very spicy. I like that. I like the
Yeah, it's really
confidence.
cool.
Um.
And I'm the type of person that literally knows like all the SCL team skills because I'm a caster. I'm supposed to know, and like I'm just very like communicative and like I'm very involved and active in the community. So like I generally know every team skill.
At the end of like the season, when it's concluded, you should do like a little like tier list of all the teams, like from A to like. So
Yeah, and
that'd be
I'm
kind of
planning to
fun.
do that this week or next
Oh
week.
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
when after FBR finishes their matches, FBR and AZ, I'm gonna plan to do a live stream, on the CAA Twitch with like four other people, and we're gonna do a group stage predictions because that's when the group stage batch would come out.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna do power rankings, and we will do like a top 20 player list.
Oh,
Yeah,
That'd
Like
be
almost
nice.
like
Yeah.
we'll do a bunch of stuff about talking about teams and players and all that.
I'll definitely watch that. Sounds
Yeah.
fun.
So but yeah, I guess I don't know what the question was, but
Dude, I
you
forgot
know
as
I just know
well.
a lot.
But yeah, whatever. Don't worry. Um.
Next question.
Okay, go ahead, Robo.
So it's like a weird question. I don't know how to like phrase it properly, but obviously either Gang or Chaos are gonna win major, right?
Mhm.
Obviously. But imagine a world where somehow a team does a Cinderella run and they win. Somehow, what team would it be? Like,
Cinderella?
it's like a miracle run, basically. One.
Yeah, chaos. Obviously,
No, no,
chaos like
no.
the
They're
underdog.
like a
Outside
lower
of
team.
Chaos and Game, because those are really obvious. Like, it's either those two.
Oh, okay.
But like, imagine somehow if a team could somehow beat both of them, what team would it be? I'm not
Oh,
saying.
that'd be pretty. It'd be pretty funny if FBR did it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree. I
beyond,
think
yeah.
Yeah.
it's them as well. I think it's
Like
them as
imagine
well.
if like it was FBR versus Chaos and like it was King of the Hill and Flare Dom. Like
Like,
FBR is like the best OBJ team, like one of the best. So
they really
like
don't care about KD. They just throw themselves onto the objective with that.
and like their map control is just insane. Their offense is insane and their defense play, like I don't know how they know everything, but they do.
I really want to like hear their like communications and have Lively, who's also Portuguese, like translate it for me because I wonder
Yeah,
what it
because they
is.
have the mechanical skills to like back up everything they want to do.
Definitely. Yeah, that's a good answer. Yeah.
But yeah, that would definitely be crazy if like FBR like won it all. Like what? Like no one would have ever thought of that.
Dude, that'd be really exciting though. Like, because everyone's like, oh, gang, chaos, and then suddenly FBR comes out, boom, we win. But
Yeah,
every
like people like people would like quit the league. Just like wow, but this Brazilian team just beat all of us.
a team full
Yeah,
of new gens
Brazil,
and only
you
8
got
people
sent to
won.
Brazil. That's
Like
what they do.
wow.
They're sending you to Brazil.
Yeah, but it was a tier 3 team. I mean, it was a tier 2 team that were to beat Chaos or Gang. It'd be really hard to tell.
Yeah,
Could be AZ, Cartel, maybe even
probably.
Noble or Azon, but it's
Hmm,
it'd be very hard to tell.
Okay.
All right. Well, now that we're done with the personal questions, let's go for a little bit different questions. Um, so what do you do outside of Phantom Forces, like in real life? Work, studying, hobbies?
Yeah, I used to, for a couple of years, I just played football. For my school, I just go to school. Uh, for a lot of my life, from like 4th grade to 10th grade, and I'm in 11th grade right now. I've gone to a small school, and I've done, I just been a student there. Also played like a couple sports there for them, and we were a small school, about a school for like 300 people,
Oh,
from kindergarten to 12th grade. So 300 people, and it was very small. Like the only people, like there's only like 12 people in my grade, so we were a very small school, but I liked it, because I love the people there.
hmm.
And I guess small communities is really the best communities in my opinion. So that's what gave me. I guess another reason why I'm attracted to like Phantom Forces community, because we
Uh,
also are so small.
yeah.
And I guess school, a little bit of sports, and I guess that's it. And then I just play games with my IRL friends on Discord. Like we play
Hmm.
Overwatch, we play Among Us right now, I guess. Play a bunch of stuff. We even play Roblox. They know about my Phantom Forces stuff.
Oh, they don't find it like cringe or anything. Like,
Some of them do, some of them a
oh
little
yeah.
bit, but I don't blame them. It's fine. But yeah, a lot of them though, like they really like it. Like the recent video that they saw was the my gang video, and
Ah,
they really liked it. They thought it was actually really professional.
and that's why you
Which
said before the podcast you're like trying to make the chaos one like twice as good.
yeah, and that
Ah,
like it actually warmed my heart that like my IRL friends think that my PF content is actually really cool. and that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, that
That's
is
like
crazy.
that's like saying, having your parents know about what you do in Phantom Forces and calling that cool.
Mm,
You know
yeah, I agree.
that it's absolutely insane. So, but yeah, other than that, like I don't do much right now. So far, all my life right now, it's just SCL, PF community, school, and then a little bit of my IRL friends. Because since I've been in this community, I don't hang out with them as much as I used to.
To be fair, dude, same. Like 2020, like there isn't a lot of things to do sadly in this year.
Yeah,
Like,
so I guess it's you know it
mm,
is what it is.
it
But
is what it
as
is.
long as I'm happy, they're happy, and it's
Definitely.
just you just do what you want to do.
Mm.
Well, all right, let's go to the more fun questions. So, what's your favorite comp slash Phantom Forces map and game mode combination? But your least
Um,
favorite one as well.
my least favorite one
And
would
your
be
favorite.
my favorite and my least favorite.
Yeah.
Very confusing. It's very confusing. As a caster, I love Metro. Anything that's really Metro. I
Don't
guess
we
Metro
all?
King of the Hill. I really like casting those. Um, and then as a player, it'd probably be I don't know. It's very hard to tell. I used to really like mall construction. Yeah, that was usually my favorite map in all time for PF.
What game mode?
Mall OBJ something. So Mall King of the Hill, Mall Flare Dom. I hate Mall TDM. It's stupid. But yeah, really just like Mall Flare Dom and Mall King of the Hill. That used to be my favorite map as a player. Now I don't really know. It'd probably just be Metro something. But right now like Metro is still like unbalanced with the spawns and all that. So it's really hard to like Metro again.
Oh yeah, for sure. Spawns
Yeah.
ruined it.
And I'm like I really like CQC. That's usually like what I specialize in. So
Mm.
any of the CQC maps, like it's what my favorite is. And my least favorite maps are generally just gonna be the long range maps. Be like Ravid. I don't really like Desert Storm because
Really?
again like
Damn.
no, I still like it. Like if I had to play a long range map, definitely be Desert Storm.
Oh yeah.
But
Okay.
then again,
Yeah.
like there's if my team, like if I was in a really good team, right? Like I wouldn't be playing Desert Storm because like I'd probably do bad, like most likely. Any map that I do good in is like my favorite map, and if I do bad in it, it becomes my least favorite map. So
Dude, same.
yeah, I guess Rabid, of course, and
Mm.
Elevation, man. And Elevation used to be one of my favorite maps. Right now, it's like terrible because of the spawns.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
that's one of my least. And I had nothing wrong with Bazaar. Bazaar used to be one of my favorite maps too. But that's gone. But I guess another least favorite map would be what else is in the map pool? What else is in the map pool? I don't know. I said
Um,
Rabbit. But
uh, I forgot the name. Suburbia.
Suburbia?
Mm.
Do I like Suburbia? Uh, Suburbia is really just a hit and miss because like it's very hard to play. Then like if you're used to playing it, it's not that bad.
But like I feel like Suburbia is only good on King of the Hill.
I
Because
guess.
Flerdom, it's pretty unfair because the points are way too far away.
Uh
Like for
huh.
example, if the other team has C and B, and you have A, it's impossible for you to get another point without dying.
Yeah, I hate Suburbia Flare Dom. I really do. So I guess that's my least favorite map too. I agree with that. And then mapping
Um,
game mode, like you can just always just say capture the flag because it's just terrible.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. Mm.
but
um,
yeah,
so what's your favorite gun?
my favorite gun, well, right now it's the MP7 because I used to. I've always been loving that gun and using it because it just has a fast fire rate. Right now I use the extended mag, so having the extended mag is like really
Oh yeah,
cool.
it's really good with extended mag.
And like the fact that it got buffed, the penetration depth makes it
Yeah,
even
the
10 times
buff
better to love it.
actually made it viable, in my opinion. So
Uh-huh.
it's like a little like budget Chris Factor, but that can actually wallbang. So
Yeah, and there's like no recoil on it, so that's
yeah,
why I
that
love it.
too. Hmm. By the way,
And
I
I
saw
used to
you.
love,
Oh
before
no
that,
no no, go ahead. So
Yeah. And if I had to choose having a second gun, it'd be the MP5/10 because it has high damage and like even though it has a lot of recoil, like it's just you can still like make it work.
you tried plus P on it?
Plus P on it? No.
Mm.
I haven't.
I put plus P on it because it makes it
I put
pen
armor
death
piercing on it
actually
though.
viable. Oh yeah, you could also do that. To be fair, yeah,
Yeah.
true. Um, just a quick. I saw you like after the match, like we played against you. I saw you like roast the C7, bro. What the heck?
Oh,
My
dude,
favorite gun.
yeah, like okay, to C7, like I used to really like it because like it has like like no recoil at
Yeah.
all, but the fire rate was just making me so mad. Like it took too long to kill a person, even though
Really?
like it's like no recoil. Yeah, like for me, I was like, wow, I'm losing this gunfight just because like I'm like a millisecond off from killing this guy.
Isn't it like 800 or something? That's pretty good, right? Like it's
No,
pretty
no,
high.
Pretty
I don't think
slow.
it's 800.
Like,
Is it?
I mean, think about it. Hammer, if you put like 9 mm conversion and muzzle booster, it's 810.
Well, I have no idea, but it was just too slow. So I like using the HK416 as my assault rifle because it actually has
Mm.
fast fire rate, and the
Yeah.
kill time is like really cool.
Also a very good gun to be fair. So
Yeah, exactly. So fast fire rate guns, I truly believe it's like the meta in PF because it's the kill time. It's all just about kill time.
Meanwhile, we have Joe on our team saying MC whatever 5-1 or something. That gun is like really good. It's like, bro,
Yeah,
between
and
the
do you guys,
two bullets it shoots, I can make a sandwich before it shoots the second one.
and do you guys know the TAR 21?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
that has insanely like fast fire rate, but it's also like it works because even though it has a lot of recoil, it works. Like people dominate with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
At
So
long range, it's alright. But if you put CTOR on it, despite the damage range, at range it's already much better than without it.
yeah.
dude, I never liked the tar, and ever since that first round match where a certain player used it and had external software to cheat, I just don't have good memories of that gun at the moment.
It's very OP.
Shout out Wadix. Um,
Yeah. Onyx was the cheater that used tar.
Mhm.
So
But yeah, I guess next question.
okay. Favorite aspect of the game, just in general. Like, what's the thing
Aspect of
that
the game,
makes you come back to this game every so often?
definitely the super jumping. The super jumping is always awesome.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like it really
what's your
changes the pace of the game and like just the dynamic of it.
what's your least favorite aspect?
The vaulting over like nothing.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
for sure.
Like
The
okay,
one,
yeah.
every time I try to super jump, I just somehow vault. I somehow vault over the ground when like there's nothing touching
whenever
me.
you kill someone and his teammate is about to like shoot you, you're like, okay, I'm gonna super jump to the left, so I'm behind cover, and then you just fall over nothing, on over thin air. And it's like, great, I'm
You
dead now.
vault over a particle of oxygen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's just
Please
so
fix.
dumb.
Please fix. Please, just, if you fix that, this game would be so good. Just please
It'd be
fix
so
that. Thanks.
viable, yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Instead,
a
you just
couple times where like I vault over nothing, and that was a situation of life or death.
yeah.
And
The
I just
amount of times I've lost battles in comp because I'm like I killed someone and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna
yeah,
super
like you're
jump to the
stuck in
left,
animation.
and you're
Yeah,
stuck. Yeah, and it's like great. You can't even shoot at them during the animation either. It's like just fucked.
yeah. And I catch a couple tier 1 players in animation, and that's when I rush them because like oh yeah, like oh yeah, ooh they're stuck. Haha, like take that.
As much as I really like this game, sometimes it does make me want to pull my hair out, you know, when stuff like that
Something
happens.
that they should actually change for like that, they should make vaulting double like you press spacebar
Double jump.
twice.
That's
Yeah,
one of the ways to fix it for sure.
Yeah, because like sometimes me like when I shoot someone, I usually jump around, which is actually a really good technique because it like
Makes it
messes
harder
up the other
to,
guy.
yeah.
Like if you jump a lot and then most of the time I just end up vaulting and it just ends up killing me because when you vault you cannot shoot, you cannot
yes,
aim, you cannot do anything. When you vault, like for example in Metro, at the head glitch spots, like sometimes I just want to like jump, but it makes me vault on the 1 mm of wood that's next to it, and
yeah.
I'm like, buddy, let me, and then I just die from it because I get stuck inside the head glitch.
For sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like I just hate that.
I think everyone does, to be fair. Um, One more question before I'm gonna ask like a hopefully a good question. Any
Okay.
maps that aren't comp legal you wish they were?
Comp legal,
That
definitely like
weren't comp legal. So
that weren't.
yeah,
Like what do you?
yeah. So
Like
like
a map in the map pool that's in the normal game,
yeah.
but that isn't in competitive.
For
Which
example, Mirage, even though probably isn't the answer. But
Yeah, okay, I know what you mean. Yeah, so definitely like Bazaar. Like I have no
oh
problems with that
yeah.
map.
was in CPFO and it was amazing.
Yeah, and there's a
Mm,
couple maps that are not in the map pool yet because they just got recently added.
okay.
So I have no idea what map they're gonna choose, but definitely like laboratory. Like I like that map. Even though it's like a lot
Sorry,
of people
but
like call it really bad because like it's very like close, close quartered and like you can simply just like spawn trap just by holding doors.
Mm.
I'm sorry about that reaction. But like laboratory is like mirage level bad. Like
I don't.
every
I
time
don't.
I get it in pubs, I'm like, why? Because it's
Yeah.
so CQC. Like if someone has a shotgun, it's over. Like they can just spam KSG or AA12 and boom, you're out. And like
Uh-huh.
Well,
in comp, they can just take like Saga 12U, and just spam, or like they can take, for example, an LMG, like a fast LMG like L86, and you're dead again.
I'm actually with Danknam. I don't think the map is like amazing, but like I really enjoy playing it.
Yeah, like it's like when it's in a competitive setting, it's definitely very different from a pub,
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
it's
you
definitely
prefer
have
like,
having
better. It's better
Bazaar
in a competitive setting.
because Bazaar like has a. Why I like Bazaar more than Laboratory? Because Bazaar has a lot of places where you can go. For example, like in CTF, like there's a lot of spots that can help you like move faster where you can just vault. And like
mm,
that can also help a lot, like because CTF we all know it's very unfair. Like CTF most of the time just ends up being stalemate, and that's what's really annoying. And like Bazaar also is CQC, but sometimes also a little bit mid range, which is
mm.
what makes it better. Okay, but next, like this, another question for
I,
you. Which
I
map?
actually I wanted to add to that a little bit more.
Okay.
Like you guys know like Highway Lot?
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, I used to play that map a lot when it wasn't banned back in the day, like 4 years ago. And even though it was super unbalanced, it was still kind of fun. So, seeing that getting played again in a competitive setting would be nostalgic, and I'm curious to see how that would play. It'd probably be bad, it'd probably be good. I don't know, because both sides could get heavily spawn trapped, especially the side that has a highway.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So,
for sure.
but I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'm curious to see how it plays nowadays.
Before they add that map in, they really should fix the spawns. Before
Yeah,
I
like
would
once
even
they
think
fix the
about it.
spawns,
Yeah.
I think Highway Lot should give a try.
But I feel like Highway Lot is too big. Like it would be too hard to just find anyone. In the pub,
I
it's
know.
easy because like there's a lot of people. But now it's
Mm.
5v5, and five people throughout Highway Lot, which is like almost like a thousand, more than 1,000 studs map. It's really hard to like get people, especially
Uh-huh.
when like you can get kills at 400 studs without being like at the corner of the map.
Yeah. So you would have to
Mm.
be forced to play like an OBJ on Highway Lot because like
Mm.
if you play TDM, it's not gonna be that fun.
It'd be very campy, I feel like, with like
Exactly,
long-range
it would.
As
weapons. Yeah.
well. And
And I,
a lot of people would just take snipers.
yeah,
Unless
and I,
like like if they ban TDM on it, then okay. But like
Maybe,
because
yeah.
King of the Hill on it is amazing. I love King of the Hill on the highway a lot. But any other game modes, I don't really enjoy that much. Like CTF and King of the Hill are the two I
Hell
I
no, no
accept.
CTF, bro. Come on,
I
not on
mean
that
because
map.
CTF is pretty close. Like the flags are close to one another. So that's why it's like not that
Alright,
bad.
sure.
but
But okay, so a comp legal map that you would like to get, like you wouldn't like it to be there.
yeah,
Ah,
you can
want
take
to
away
remove.
Rabid.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ravid?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can take away that.
If you could remove a game mode as well, which one would it be? CTF?
Yeah, yeah, definitely CTF.
CTF, yeah.
No need.
Well, that
I
wasn't
I don't
the
think there's a single person on this planet that would not
If
pick
if it
CTF.
wasn't CTF, I'd probably choose. What would I choose? Oh
Flare?
man, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't.
Flare down?
I guess just. I don't know. Yeah, I guess. There's nothing. There's nothing. Yeah, I guess it's just only CTF.
I
Like I
would,
can't. I really want to keep everything else.
if you couldn't remove CTF, I would remove either, listen, Deathmatch or KC. One of
Of
those
course,
two.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause like
Yeah.
you
They're
know
kind
it.
of similar in how they play, anyways.
Yeah, except that like kill confirmed. It's
Mm.
very like it's harder to
Dude,
get the points on the board.
kill confirmed on desert, I hate it so much. Like you kill someone across the map and so, well, that tag is just no points. There
Yeah,
was actually a
exactly.
point, yeah. So
Um,
maybe KC for those kind of maps.
I suggested a game mode that would have been like that would be really cool, and like it probably won't be added in like a long time, but a deposit game mode where it'd be kill confirmed, right? Where you like you pick up the
Okay.
tags, but then you have to go to a bank to deposit
Oh, that would
deposit
be
Oh.
those
way
kill
too hard in
tags.
my opinion. Because if you have to go to the bank, especially in comp, you will die immediately. Like there will be no points. It's gonna be
Imagine
almost
if
be
there
like
was
CTF.
multiple banks though,
Yeah, but like people could just camp them.
and then you what if you just take them out?
I feel wait, okay, so what do you think of like hard point in comp? Do you think it would be a good idea?
I really like it. Yeah, this would be a great idea.
Yeah, it's true that hard point would be a good idea as well. Because like since the points always change,
Uh huh.
like there won't be any campers at the points.
Hmm.
But also it's gonna also help like team support because
Yeah.
the more people on the point, the more points it gives.
Yeah.
Unlike, for example, King of the Hill.
Yeah. Like every
Like
gunfight matters in hardpoint.
yeah,
Hmm.
and like draining the points will be more useful than draining the hill.
Yeah. Yeah. You dying once would be a win or lose.
Yeah. Because like yeah, you're not there because the more teammates, the more points, which is what's useful.
Uh huh. So hardpoint's gonna really bring out like the team chemistry out of a lot of teams.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also like team organization.
I also
Like
Yeah.
feel like a lot of hardpoint matches will be very close. I don't think you get like smashed unless it's like.
Hardpoint. Yeah.
Mm.
Hardpoint is honestly the best OBJ game mode in Phantom Forces.
It's the
because
best thing
also
they've
like
added in a long time as well, I'll be honest. Like this is one
Yeah.
of the best things they've come out
because it
with.
would also have players to like protect it. Like in case other people come, like they can just like do call outs and or like protect the point instead of just being like all over the map trying to spawn camp or stuff like that,
Yeah.
Mm.
which would be like really fun.
So. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so this isn't written down, but I was thinking about it. You told me like in a message, oh, there are a lot of things I want to like rant about and stuff, and
Of course.
like and
And
they're
not
like
really rant, just like to talk about.
okay, oh,
Like I don't really
but
hate anything.
okay, because I thought and you kind of like um talked about it a little bit before, but you you do a lot like on your
Mhm.
own at the
Yeah.
moment, and I feel like it's very important. Like whoever listens to it, if you're part of SCL, like Danknam probably needs more people in media and stuff and other
Yeah.
stuff, for sure.
And
'Cause-
I need more people to be like me. Like if that's too
oh,
selfish. Like I
oh,
really do need people to be like me.
imagine multiple like casters and stuff. Like you wouldn't have to cast
Imagine
every
just
match. Yeah.
like here's the thing. Like imagine more people like me, for example. Like people that are actually like very committed into
Mm.
making something improve. Someone that is very involved with everything. That like wants to even work for free, wants to even do managing and like refereeing without even being an official member of it,
Mm.
doing staff work while not even being a staff member, doing stuff like that and just really being supportive and helpful. There needs to be more people like me. I'm sorry
More.
that I have to say this, but there needs to be
Mm.
more people
No,
like
I
me.
agree because people need to realize like you do this for the community. Like this is how you keep PF alive when core comes out and stuff, whatever. Like you
Like,
have to put effort into like stuff. Like people need to stop slacking. Like you need
yeah,
a lot of
I'm
more
tired.
passionate people in like media and stuff and to help you or to
Like I'm
help SEO in
tired of people
general.
calling us trash.
Yeah,
I'm tired of people calling us dying.
yeah,
So
for
like
sure.
I want to give like this community right. I want to do this
Mm.
community right because we've been waiting for someone like me like for 4 years. So we just need more.
I hope people don't get like the wrong idea and like, oh my god, Danknam is so cocky and stuff. Like he's talking
Yeah, I
so
know.
much good, but he's not wrong. Like there needs to be more like him at the moment because
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like when I was management back in CPFO, like
Wait, you were
when
management?
yeah,
Oh
but I was
my,
like
oh
really good.
dear.
Like the match ended, the second after I was already on the leaderboards, and
Okay, fair.
like when I
Okay.
got demoted, like it, no, nothing was done. Like nothing was like the last match that got registered in was the match after the one I got demoted, and then it was over. No
Uh,
one did anything.
uh, I really hope, like, even though I'll be honest, like, the podcast has been a bit messy, but I really hope people like close this video and like hopefully like join media management, any of those things, because
Yeah.
like at the moment it's not told me management is super understaffed at the moment. Like the people that type
Oh,
in, like,
definitely.
yeah.
And the people that are working, like, they don't like at the moment. Like, I'm gonna teach management how to enter matches quickly. Yeah, like, cause I used to enter matches too, like back in the day. I used to enter matches like hundreds and
Hmm.
thousands of matches, but way before even um way before even CPFO existed. I used to enter matches because the first ever Phantom Forces ranked matchmaking, there was no bot. I was the bot. I was the person that gave people their elo.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
and there was no like automatic bot that made matches. You know, we did team captains, and then like I would enter in everyone's stats to give them their elo.
That
It's
that sounds like
it.
a lot of work. So
I know, and I did that while I was like 14 years old.
yeah,
It
and
was.
we need more of those 14 years old in SCL as well, boys. Like
I know.
putting in effort. Yeah.
I mean, I guess, but like
Any age is fine, but I mean,
the
like,
fact that like I was that passionate, like I probably
hmm,
sound like a no life right now, but like it's just I wanted to be a good person. That's all.
hmm.
Like
Just
I knew
wanna
there's people that needed my help, and I'm willing to help them.
you just wanna do good work for the game you like. That makes sense.
Yeah,
More
and I
people
want
should
to,
be doing that.
and I love the attention. I like the reward. It's just attention. Like, even though I don't get money, like I still get these, compliments. All right, I still get people's respect.
Hmm.
I have the reputation that I have. That's all I want. That's all I
It's
need.
not on the same level, but like that's the same thing with this podcast for us. Like we don't get anything from this. Like
Yeah, it's
we
just
actually
clout.
get there. It's just nice to like not I really like it because like new gens can listen in and find out like who people like you are, who people like
Mhm.
people don't even play anymore like Forrest, what like Daniel does in management and stuff. Like they
Yeah,
can get to find out stuff like that. That's why I'm
yeah,
doing this podcast. That's like why the idea came out. I'm not we're not doing this for money because we're getting shit, boys. Like we're
yeah.
not
And we're
getting
not
No,
doing
we're
this
anything.
not
because we're
getting
no
anything.
lives and losers. We're doing this because we're good
It's
people.
fun. It's like a hobby, in a way. And
Yeah,
you
like
know,
we have normal lives. Like
mm,
like
for
like we're gonna
sure.
get married. We're gonna get like jobs, of course. Like we're just doing this for fun.
Hopefully, yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Just
But
this one educated if I last until that moment.
yeah.
I
Cause like,
mean,
if you could like say like, oh, where do you need help the most at the moment? Like not like your casting or anything, just like anything behind the scenes. Like where do you need more people?
Um, editing.
Editing. Okay.
Yeah, editing, casting, and then just really just assisting me.
But casting would be amazing because like people are always so disappointed when their matches don't get streamed. But you have a life. You have stuff to do. You
yeah.
can't always stream. And there are also time zones that aren't applicable for you.
Like I'm
So,
sacrificing my IRL friend time to
mm,
cast.
yeah,
Damn.
exactly. And it'd be amazing if there were other people willing to stream and cast matches, so you don't have to do everything.
Yeah.
So I
Well, I
really
guess
Am I putting words in your mouth, or is it like fine?
no, you're you're good. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
you're exactly saying that. Like when you're an SCL staff, you have to make a couple of sacrifices because
Hmm.
it requires a lot of effort. And like that could be a bad thing, that could be also, or that could be a good thing, depending on how you take it. Like if you see that as a bad thing, then you're probably just a busy person, and that's understandable. But if you want to be a good person and you have a lot of free time,
Hmm.
become SCL staff because you're not really sacrificing that much,
Hmm.
and you're doing it for good people.
You're doing it for the community you love. Makes
Yeah, and
sense.
that deserve it.
Mm,
Like
for sure.
you guys genuinely like deserve more. You guys deserve like everything. You guys really do. You guys deserve to get money for this, really. Like for like just being a player.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So,
as in like
Well,
prize pools and stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool.
exactly.
Mm.
Like I'm the type of person that would literally give my own money for to have a prize pool for the winners of for the winners of SCL. Cuz like you guys deserve it.
Mm. Yeah, for sure. Like the players and stuff, Like we put a lot of time into a game with like
Yeah.
at max like 10,000 concurrent players. So yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
But yeah, like you guys, like the PF comp community, like they took in so many L's, like too many L's, and it's time for that to stop. And that's why I'm
The
here.
biggest L is the spawns, by the way, Stylis, if you're listening. Wink, wink. Please fix.
Exactly.
We've been
yeah,
stuck with
take
these for
note.
like a long time now. Can we
Even
please
Nolan
like?
made a vid. Nolan made a video of like
Oh yeah,
just
yeah, I saw
highlights.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
G-
crazy how many L's we're taking right now, but we're still alive.
Yeah.
Shout out that the reason these spawns are here was to fix spawn trapping, and somehow they made it worse. I'm very impressed, boys. So
So,
yeah.
like, if I was Stylis Studios, I'd be supporting the competitive scene way, way,
What?
way, 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 way more.
Yeah, instead of a certain individual who's like
Instead of just
suppression on
like
LMGs are good.
yeah, the Stylis Studios, we're already like Stylis Studios already like supporting us with like
Yeah. The
more than we expected.
mm,
But like if it was me in Stylis Studios, I'd support competitive like way,
oh
way
yeah.
more because I understand like everything.
I personally am happy with the. Are we allowed to talk about the comp build because it's in the open, right?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah. Because I'm really happy with the comp build, but maybe
and that's
more.
I
Maybe
know.
like instead of making balancing decisions off of puck play, look at competitive and look like, ooh, that gun might be too weak. I don't see enough of this gun. Maybe give that a slight buff, not a super buff, or maybe that gun is way too good. Maybe give that a nerf or some side. Like instead of like, well, L86, they asked for a drum mag, so we're gonna add one. And I was like, okay, great. If,
Yeah. So it's obvious that like Stylis Studios is updating the main game with no thoughts about the competitive scene at
yeah,
all. So
it's obvious. Like the L86 drum mag, like the Remington, because Remington is legal, and I don't think it will be after that comes out. That
Oh
mod
yeah.
yeah,
sort of
no.
thing.
Now
Most likely
the
not.
real question is, are they wrong for doing that? You know
Because at the end of the day, most of the players play the main game. They don't play comp.
exactly.
But what keeps a game alive, like for example, an esport like CS, is to be a good game. And a good game, people play it and play competitively, and that competitive scene just makes the game live forever. CS:GO is 8 years old now and it's still going. For example.
Yeah. So it's better to cater to the players that play the game the most, other than the majority.
But also don't ignore comp. Like give us some love too. And fix the
Exactly.
spawns, please, please. I'm begging you, please.
Yeah.
Pups aren't playable because of him. Like you just got spawn trap or you spawn trap them.
Yeah. It's very controversial because if Stylus Studios, let's say, just cancel SCL, right, and cancel competitive PF entirely, you know they'll still be active. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's like to them, we're replaceable. We're
But
disposable.
I don't think they see the long term, because like like I think it's true. Like if there was no comp scene and like core comes out, I don't think this game would have many players. But if there's still comp scene around that time, I bet a lot of players would still stick with PF. Cause
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna go to core. Like, screw that. Like,
it
I'm
it doesn't have like the stuff I like about PF. So like, why would I switch? You know?
exactly like
Mm.
it's very unique on how PF is, and
Anyways, it's
core just won't have that.
still gonna come out in like 5 years, so we have the time to
Yeah, we have the time to be
do
fair.
it.
Like, but in 5 years, who knows? Am I even playing this game? Probably not. But maybe
Dude,
younger
am I
people
even
are.
still alive in 5 years?
Bro, I'm not that old. Calm down, buddy. So
Will
yeah,
humanity even exist in 5 years? Right.
if you, by the way, Dang, if you have anything to add, like you can do it now. But
Yeah, feel
if
free.
not, like we're like at the end at this point. I feel like.
At like okay, so any more topics that I can talk about?
Yeah, anything you're like, man, I wish they talked about it. Like, no, something like you won't talk behind our back saying, "Oh, I wish they asked me this, man. I'm
Okay,
really
okay.
disappointed they
Yeah,
didn't ask me
we
that."
I
don't wanna.
I definitely
Mm.
want to talk about myself more a little bit because
Yeah, go ahead.
It's fine,
so
yeah.
so a life lesson to everyone that's watching, all right? If you've gone through like a very bad situation, right, that it was entirely your fault, you know, even though if you regret it like a lot and still to this day regret it,
Mm.
you shouldn't really regret it, because making that mistake made you better, and it made you to the person you are today.
I agree. That's very
So
good life advice.
I've made a lot of bad choices in my life, and I regret it so so much. Like I have bad dreams of it. It makes me like yell at my pillow like before I
Ah, yeah.
sleep. It
Mm.
makes
Yeah.
me just think for like hours till end of me thinking about that choice that I made, and I just regret it so much. But at the now when I look back at it, I I don't really regret it, even though it was a really 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 bad choice. It sounds bad that I say I don't regret it. I should regret it, and I
It
definitely
made you the
do.
person you are today.
It did.
Yeah.
So like it really does make a perfect person when you make mistakes. So making mistakes is a
Mm.
good thing. But
Yeah.
it's very weird to say that because mistakes
It
are
sounds
obviously
weird,
bad.
but it is true.
Yeah.
Like I'll be honest, like in my own little thing, like I was like a very, very toxic and mean person, like just in general in relationships and everything. And it took me like a really like bad breakup to realize, wait, I can't keep being like this. Like no way. Like so like I improved and became what I think is a way nicer guy. So
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people have similar things. Like you guys might regret like, oh man, I wish I did that back then instead of this, but in the end of the day, it probably helped you long term to make that mistake.
Hmm.
So you won't make it anymore.
Yeah. And like I have this little thing, right? Like it's okay to just to pretend that you're like in a TV show, and like when you make a mistake, it's just like, ooh, it's okay. I'm gonna have a character arc. Like it's okay to think of your life like that because I kind of do that too. Where like I make a mistake and then I'm just like, all right, I'm in my developing phase. I'm gonna train super hard and make sure I do something different. Like I kind of think of my life as a little bit of an anime
A
kind of
Dragon
style,
Ball
which is
Z
like
kind of thing,
kind of
yeah,
it's
okay.
kind of funny, but like the life of Danknam, like that's kind of just how I see it. And there's a lot of conflicts in my life, and it's all about problem solving. That really makes you grow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a very important thing to know. Right, Mutisma, 15-year-old young boy.
What?
Never mind. So I think that's it, right? Like I really have nothing else to add to it. I think
um. Yeah,
what?
I can talk about uh here. I'm trying to think of questions that other people would ask because a
Okay.
lot of people still don't know
It's
a lot.
fine if you don't have any idea. We can just end it here. Like this has been like almost 2 hours.
Really?
Like
Okay.
our
This
Oh yeah,
is
yeah, that's right.
definitely the longest one by far.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
it's gonna be
But I'm
everything.
fine with it. I'm enjoying it.
but yeah,
Yeah.
here we can end it now. But if you guys like, if anyone that's watching this podcast wants to know more about me, I'm free. I'm like, feel free to like DM because like I want people to learn from me. I really do
Hmm.
because I need more. There needs to be more good people. Yeah, I'm not talking. I'm like calling like I'm calling myself a good person, but like it's weird calling myself like that. But I just know who I am.
But like, it also helps you when people come to you, right? You also learn from them. It's a two-way
Exactly.
thing. Yeah.
It's a two-way thing, and if I do something wrong, all right, let me know. But if you want to know more about me, like, because I generally know so much, with life, I guess, and I guess just SCL and PF and
Hmm.
experience and all that, and I've gone through like so many situations. I don't know, just y'all, you can always come for me for questions. Like I answer every DM.
Also for media questions, if you guys want to join such things,
Exactly.
which they need, by the way, for the 5th time. So
Hmm.
yeah.
But yeah. I don't have anything else.
Hmm. Oh, thank you for coming on,
Well,
Danknam.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
this is the end of the past podcast. Don't forget to swim. It's life. Everyone needs it. But also
Bye bye, everyone.
subscribe. We
Oh yeah.
need it.
Subscribe.
So,
Subscribe. Subscribe.
only 10% of our viewers is actually subscribing.
But yeah. I give this podcast like 10 out of 10 because it just really made me feel good. So
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you. It
So
was
would
fun
you
to
would
talk.
you
Yeah.
ask people to subscribe as well, you know?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you know me, like just do the podcast if they ask you to. Like
He
it's
said
there's
it.
like
He said it.
yeah,
He
Subscribe.
said it. All right. Bye
yeah,
bye,
100%.
everyone.
All right. Yeah, goodbye.